Welcome to my analysis of Red Bull energy drinks. If you've never heard or seen of a Red Bull energy drink, you must have been living under a rock. And that's the exact attitude the company would portray as well. They're an edgy energy drink creator and producer that is known for their off-the-wall cartoon commercials, with quirky characters gaining their wings after drinking a Red Bull. And the picture on the right is a shot from the very first Red Bull commercial to air in the United States. Red Bull advertises all types of reasons for needing wings. In this clip, the reason being was sweet revenge. Red Bull energy drink is associated with the beverage industry. More specifically, is categorized in the functional drink category. The definition of an energy drink is a type of beverage containing stimulant drugs, chiefly caffeine, which is marketed as providing mental and physical stimulation. The arrival of energy drinks into the United States market emerged in 1997 with the entrance of Red Bull itself. Red Bull is currently sold in over 167 countries and has 27 years experience as the industry leader in producing. But that's almost expected considering they invented the game in 1987. Dietrich Mateschitz founded Red Bull after discovering a similar formula in Thailand that aided in the cure of his jet lag and hangover. The drink was created and released in Austria on April 1st, 1987. Currently, Red Bull has sold over 5 billion cans and employs 10,410 people. The company experiences such phenomenal success because of their ongoing brand investment partnered with efficient cost management. The energy drink market flourished in 2014 and it was reported as a $27.5 billion industry, with a 5,000% increase since the introduction into the market. Red Bull is a privately owned company with its core focus being Red Bull energy drinks. Red Bull has aided in shaping the entire energy drink market. Regardless of rising competition, Red Bull remains ambitious in their corporate branding. The company realizes the highest sales per volume globally, but also owns the highest percentage of market shares. Major competitors are Monster and Rockstar Energy Drink. Monster, owned by Coca-Cola, is the closest competitor to Red Bull, but doesn't experience the same type of success. Another competitor to be noted is the original energy drink from the beginning of time, coffee. Coffee has been known as an energy booster, reaping many benefits for hundreds of years. It has been the market leader in natural stimulants and continues to be. But in 2014, when sales of coffee were at $12 billion, energy drinks were just a short follow at $9 billion. That is only a 1.5 to 1 difference. Trouble on the horizon. The energy drink industry is currently under a lot of scrutiny. The industry in the United States has little regulations on what energy drinks may actually contain, and this worries consumers. The World Health Organization concluded, after they had performed scientific research through the medical community, that certain health concerns should be noted. Concerns such as caffeine intoxication, which can include nausea, high blood pressure, and heart palpitations. The University of Wisconsin has performed a study, and results contradicted what Red Bull advertises. It does not give you wings, or, at that, any mental or physical boost. Recent global studies have been published claiming several deaths have been linked to energy drinks, the main factor being cardiac arrest. Nothing has been proven definitely this far. Some countries in the EU have gone as far as banning the sale of energy drinks to those under the age of 16, claiming they cause the same effects of alcohol and even led to drug use. Other countries have attempted banning but failed to provide substantial evidence. Because this information has not been supported by concrete evidence, no legal issues have arose for Red Bull. But it must take note and try to avoid what happened to the tobacco industry after the Surgeon General's study was released. Opportunities. The first opportunity to present itself is that of the emerging markets and the ability for Red Bull to expand into other geographic territories. Euromonitor International reports that the growth is expected to skyrocket through 2017 in several countries such as the United States, China, and Brazil. Red Bull has decided expanding its production facility into Brazil, which is likely to drop the pricing and ensure competitive prices. Competition in the market is a likely threat. More than likely, Monster is the biggest threat with the backing of Coca-Cola. It advertises all natural ingredients, which may present itself as more appealing to the consumers. It has even taken on the same marketing scheme and targets to the same exact market. Energy drinks are reported to be in the mature phase of its life process, which may be harder to carry on a high growth. Red Bull already has an expensive marketing scheme, and this may lead to an even higher budget. One last threat to note is actually a danger to the entire energy drink market. Talks of banning energy drinks to those under the age of 16, which would take away from their target market. The CEO of Red Bull, the man that started it all, Dietrich Mateschitz, said, "If we don't create the market, it doesn't exist." Red Bull wanted to offer something brand new, and they did. Instead of choosing to market a product, they marketed a lifestyle. The company has strategically picked its target market and completely immerses itself within the segment. It aims to place its products in every guy's hand between the age of 16 to 29. It targets the young consumer and markets to the risk-driven and those in hardcore adrenaline-pumping lifestyles. Even though Red Bull's initial target market was males, it is still consumed by just as many females. Featured in the picture is Travis Pastrana. He has over the years become the epitome of what Red Bull targets and exudes. The name Travis Pastrana has become synonymous with disciplines such as freestyle, rally, and rally cross, particularly in the X Games. In fact, Travis is so entrenched in the world of X Games, he is credited for introducing rally to the series. He has a raft of world records under his belt, competes in multiple disciplines, is renowned for pushing himself to the limits, and is the man behind many new tricks, particularly in motocross freestyle, where he performed the first Rodeo 720 in the competition. Travis has also had a career of firsts, starting in 1999 when he won the first ever X Games in California. Since then, he has wowed the crowds and earned his peers' respect by constantly pushing the boundaries of what is deemed possible on two and four wheels. His unique talent makes him not only an athlete, but a pioneer of the sport he excels in, conjuring up new tricks and smashing previous records at almost every event. Travis has had his fair share of injuries and failed attempts along the way, but without his bravery, creativity, and sheer talent, the X Games would not be the incredible, internationally renowned sporting spectacle that it is today. Red Bull chooses to sponsor Travis because they know their target market is just like him, and if they're not like him, they want to be like him. That doesn't mean that Red Bull doesn't want to appeal to everyone, though. The working crowd, the college kid, and the adrenaline junkie. That's why Red Bull offers 3 different categories of energy drinks. The number one seller is the original can of Red Bull, with ingredients such as caffeine, taurine, B vitamins, sucrose, glucose, and alpine spring water. The next category of drinks are the sugar-free and total zero energy drinks. Red Bull listened to the consumer and created a carb-free, sugar-free drink that still reaps energy benefits. The latest cans of Red Bull drinks to hit the market are the Red Bull Editions. These cans offer flavorful options such as orange, wild cherry, cranberry, blueberry, and tropical. These cans are marketed as fun mixers for alcoholic beverages. By offering a variety of different cans, Red Bull has the ability to cater to all those in need of a boost. Red Bull runs an impressive and efficient distribution operation. At the production facilities operated in Austria, Red Bull operates what is known as wall-to-wall production. This means that at the same location where the cans are made, so is the secret potion is produced. After that, they are both moved into the filling unit in the same facility, where completion is carried out. Because of Red Bull's use of wall-to-wall production, approximately 2 billion cans per year need no extra transportation until they are expected to go to their final destination. What does this mean? In return, over 5,000 tons of CO2 emissions are saved each year due to the conscious use of fewer shipments and truckloads. Also, the can that Red Bull distributes is a green conscious product. The can is lightweight and made 100% recyclable. Red Bull actively tries to reduce its carbon footprint on the world. To buy a Red Bull, they are sold at almost all convenience stores and supermarkets. They make it easy and accessible. They also strategically place them at nightclubs and casinos. Red Bull practices direct distribution by attending college campuses and large events on a daily basis to hand out and advertise their product to the target market. Red Bull is proud of their product. It uses premium pricing to sell its cans of Red Bull. It has a strict policy to suppliers and insists that their drink be priced substantially higher than that of competitors. An 8-ounce can carries a suggested retail price of $2.19. A 12-ounce can carries a suggested price of $2.99, and a 10-ounce can carries a suggested price of $3.79. On average, a can of Red Bull sells for about $4. Sometimes it's almost twice as expensive as the other products. Red Bull is a promotion machine. They have acquired almost endless opportunities to get the Red Bull name out there. But just because they are so heavily involved doesn't mean they don't have tactic. Red Bull carefully chooses the company's next venture, and they always determine first whether it correlates with the company's core values. They originally started off with a technique known as guerrilla marketing. Once Red Bull chose the target market, they decided to predict where they'd be. They essentially wanted a certain crowd to notice them, and they decided to put themselves directly in the forefront. They began to attend, sponsor, and hand out Red Bull beverages at events such as the X Games, music festivals, and college campuses. One of their first and biggest moves was sponsoring a Formula One racing team. Currently, Red Bull sponsors some of the world's biggest athletes, such as Blake Griffin, Rajon Rondo, Shaun White, Kasey Kahne, and many others. The company doesn't stop there. They also sponsor several soccer teams, drifters, rally teams, mountain bikers, dirt bikers, stunt bikers, kayakers, skiers, snowboarders, breakdancers, base jumpers, skydivers, rock climbers, cliff divers, anything that is intense and adrenaline pumping. Red Bull not only wants to sponsor these events and athletes, they want to create them and take part in their success. They want every person to know that this is a lifestyle. They have found an ingenious way to appeal to the mainstream masses while making the anti-establishment crowd feeling right at home and catered to. Their outside-of-the-box thinking has grown Red Bull into a company no one ever imagined a beverage producer to be. Currently, Red Bull has a mobile service, a record label, a media house, and a global art contest known as Alum. Another way that Red Bull ensures premium quality branding is a program known as Project X. Project X is an effort to produce the best athletes in the world. To safeguard the best performance from their athletes, they go above and beyond to aid them in winning. For example, professional snowboarder Shaun White, an Olympic entrant, was asked by the company what it would take for him to secure the gold medal in the 2010 Olympic Winter Sports Games. In return, Red Bull created a half pipe in the middle of the Colorado mountains as a training facility for Shaun White. It was only accessible via helicopter and built specially for Shaun's needs. In return, Shaun White walked away with the gold medal in the 2010 Winter Olympics. Red Bull promotes its products in the most out of the world ways, literally. Red Bull just recently promoted itself and athlete Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner by funding the project to freefall over 24 miles above the Earth's surface. This was known as Project Stratos. On October 14, 2012, Red Bull and the Austrian extreme athlete Felix set a world record for the highest skydiving jump. The Red Bull Stratos was a campaign to send Baumgartner on a death-defying jump at over 128,000 feet into the stratosphere. Baumgartner broke the speed of sound, reaching an estimated 835 miles per hour, after jumping out of the helium-filled balloon that sent him up into the sky. The entire trip back to Earth lasted about 9 minutes, with 4 minutes of that time being free fall. Most importantly, Red Bull attracted much deserved attention for this grand stunt. On this day, they also broke social media records when they reached over 8 million confirmed concurrent views on YouTube. The team achieved this with several grand efforts on their social media team. By visiting the Red Bull Stratos website, users could tune in to the jump live, stay engaged via the Twitter stream, and connect with others on Facebook. To engage the consumers and adrenaline junkie 24/7, Red Bull has established a sports-like newsfeed on their homepage. It offers information on anything and everything Red Bull related. They update you on the newest events, post intense videos, and educate you on their facilities and production. They also allow you to get up close and personal to their biggest stars. Red Bull is all about a fast-paced life and promotes a challenging existence to everyone. But the CEO, Dietrich, has found his way to give back to the world. He has created the foundation Wings for Life, which seeks to support those suffering from paraplegia. The ultimate goal of the foundation is to ultimately find a cure for the paralyzed. The foundation does intensive spinal cord research in 12 countries and currently has 124 projects in the works. To get the word out, Red Bull hosts an annual marathon known as the Wings for Life Run, donating all the proceeds to the cause. Red Bull positions itself as a product that just simply can't be matched. Customers know that when they purchase a Red Bull, they are receiving a premium product. Red Bull has created their brand into a lifestyle that represents quality and freeness. The special ingredients like taurine and fresh alpine spring water offer the same punch as other energy drinks, but in a can half the size. They have expanded into other channels to distinguish themselves as a lifestyle brand. They currently have a cell phone service in Europe known as the Red Bull Mobile, as well as TV channels and radio branding. Red Bull has not only become a staple to the adrenaline junkies, but also is a must-have in the college scene. College students are seen substituting Red Bull for coffee and continue to drink it throughout the day, even when partying that night. Usually it's a flavorful mixer that offers an edge to stay awake. Red Bull is dedicated to its customers and the lifestyle it promotes. It is the market leader in energy drinks, and there is no sign of stopping. They are involved in endless events and have very high brand recognition. Red Bull marketing has found its very own way to give themselves wings. Thank you for listening in on my market analysis of Red Bull.